she told these stories because they had to be told. And the audience responded. And not just audiences of color, all people, because the messages were so universal, as personal as they were. And so it just reminds me, it just makes me go, no matter what, don't let your stories die inside of you.
The Theatre Curation Project was born in the spirit of stewardship over the art, craft, and history of the theatre. Its purpose is to curate these stories of our mentors and what they passed on to us to be a resource for future generations. Its goal is to preserve these stories and the lessons within them from being lost forever.
Hi, my name is Raven Dauda. I am an actor, a singer, a dancer, a writer, a director, a producer, and an all-round lover of the arts and all things creative. I am a creative being in my bones, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm so thankful. Oh, look at, I also got a little puppy. Say hi, Keanu. Yeah, I'm so thankful for this life of storytelling. And it started a long time ago for me, but the person that I wish to talk about, who has been a mentor, don't know if she knows it, but she has been, is the incomparable Trey Anthony. Now, Trey Anthony I met while working on The Kink in My Hair. And I was blessed to be a part of it in the Theatre Pasmarai version, and then also we did a production of it at the Mirvish's The Princess of Wales Theatre. And it was extraordinary. I mean, storytelling and the power that it has to heal. I had no understanding of it until that show. I knew theater, yes. It moves and it can cause change and it's, exciting and dynamic and entertaining. But I had no idea the extent and the power that theater has to heal, that telling our stories has to heal. And so being in that experience, those rehearsals, I mean, Wayne Mengesha was the director. The cast was off the charts. So every day was extraordinary learning. Every day was deep healing. Every day was us working, coming together as a group. The Princess of Wales version had over 20 women. 20 women, Black women and women of color, gay, straight, bi. It was beautiful. It was extraordinary. And so every day was some deep work, but some deep healing. And so Trey I chose as my mentor because today for this beautiful project, I think it's incredible. Way to go, Jacob. Beautiful project. Because her story is remarkable. How The Kink in My Hair came about was Trey wasn't getting any work. Trey, all the talent that she has, all the strength, all the wisdom, all the comedic chops, all of that, and a bag of chips. And Miss Thing wasn't getting any work. Knocking on doors, people just saying no. No, you're too this, you're too that. Not enough experience, not enough this. A lot of no's. We know what that's like, right? But what did Trey do with those no's? She took them and wrote her own story. She's like, if I'm not going to get a show, if nobody's going to hire me, I'm going to hire myself. I'm going to tell my own stories. And so The Kink was made up of all these stories of deep things that touched her life, deep issues. Things like abuse, shadism, racism, sexism, homophobia, adultery, everything. The stories were so important. And She didn't take no for an answer. And so the mentoring message that I feel from her, it wasn't necessarily anything that she specifically said, but it's definitely what she's done, the legacy that she has created. And it just reminds me, because The Kink in My Hair was her first show. It was the first, production that she had written. Out of the ballpark. She knocked that one out, right? She told, yes, little Keanu agrees. She told these stories, bless you, babe. She told these stories because they had to be told. And the audience responded. And not just audiences of color, all people, because the messages were so universal, as personal as they were. And so it just reminds me, it just makes me go, no matter what, don't let your stories die inside of you. Say what you need to say. Make the space for it, and you will be received. You will be received and heard, because there's somebody out there that has to hear what you have to say. They need it. As much as you need to say it, they need to hear it. And that's what brings us together. It brings us together. The power of her work brought all communities together in joy and celebration, laughing, crying, letting it all move through them, and healing. It was remarkable. And that's what theater can do. That's what storytelling can do. And I'm always inspired by that. I have stories inside of me that are coming out because I think of that. I think of what Trey Anthony has done and continues to do in her leadership ways. Just the works that she's done, the books, the self-help. It's incredible. So never take no for an answer. If you have a story to tell, you tell it. You tell it your way. You tell it with all of you. And the world will show up. And be thankful for it. We'll be thankful for it. Tell your stories of love, of inspiration, of struggles, of hopes, of fears, of dreams. And they will be heard. Thank you, Trey. God bless you all. Bye. Bye, sleepy puppy.